Thousands of babies die in India because of a basic lack of health care. I sat down with Micklin and with Mike Veda this afternoon to find out what led them to India.
My original interest in India was actually for business purposes, for globalization and so forth. But then in March of '07, I went over on a humanitarian trip and worked at a hospital over there. And I came back really changed, and it became much more about how can I make a difference to the people over there, and much less about the country itself.
Tell me about the trip. When did you go? What did you do?
We left, we went the 1st of March. We were there for about 2 weeks, and it was an incredible project. The whole goal of the project was to create a DVD to leave in a hospital over there that was going to be shown to young mothers. So that they could get sort of the basic information on how to take care of their babies.
And we found out that every year there's about 1 million babies that die in India, and the majority of them die for just simple things like diarrhea, and little things like that, and the mothers just aren't getting the information. So the video project was to help them while they came into the hospital, this small window of time. They could sit down, and as they're convalescing, they could actually watch the video and at least learn some basic things about how to take care of their baby.
Obviously a worthy goal,
yes.
But why send have two guys go halfway around the world to make a video? It just seems like a rather impractical way of doing it.
We're from Buckfield. We're from Buckfield, which is the center of the universe, as you know. And
okay, so it's a little closer.
It is. Well, there's a nurse practitioner by the name of Wendy Cowles, who's originally from Buckfield, who actually works at this hospital in India. And she was saying that there was a project pending to help get this information out, but they were going to use pamphlets. And so they said, since the illiteracy rate is so high in northern India, that a video project would be the thing to do it. So she had a connection to us. And sort of the other issue is that, yeah, we're two white guys from Buckfield, Maine, but over there, there's not a lot of people sort of willing to do this kind of project.
There are a lot of societal issues. These girls are very poor, and just because of the caste system and a number of other societal issues, they just won't get the help unless somebody from the outside comes in.
Now, you had been to India before, so you knew what to expect. You had not major culture shock.
Yes, the first morning I got up and I said, "What have you got me into, Veda?" It was just, I mean, we traveled for about 37 hours to get where we were going, leaving from Buckfield to Fatehpur, India, and it was amazing. I mean, and there were so many little issues and everything from monkeys. We had monkeys.
Up by monkeys in the morning.
Monkeys and wrecking our audio, so we had to reshoot. Because we had monkeys screeching in the background. But it was absolute culture shock. But once we settled in, it was just like home after a while.
How much time did you actually spend shooting the video? How many days were you there?
We were there. The trip in total was 2 weeks, but we only had about 8 to actually shoot, edit, and produce the videos.
Did things go smoothly, or did you run into a lot of problems?
Well,
besides the monkeys.
Besides the monkeys, one of our seriously our biggest issues was power. Where we were in northern India, the power would come on maybe around 3 o'clock, and sometimes would go off as early as about 6 o'clock. So we had that limited time to recharge all of our camera batteries, our computer batteries, everything. So, and the power would go out right in the middle of a shoot. We burst lights.
Burned our lights, so we ended up with from 3-point lighting down to a flashlight with a bounce card.
So it's not the slickest looking production. It's not the kind of video that you wanted to make, and yet you're immensely proud of the way it came out and what you've done.
Exactly. I've shot in 14 countries around the U.S., and I always say this is the video project that I'm least happy with, but most proud of.
Absolutely.